Hi guys and ladies, and thank you for joining me. We're in the shack, not in the actual radio shack, we're in the vintage CB radio shack, and tonight we're going to try and get going, if we can, correctly, the Audioline 341 CB radio. Yeah. I've sent a request to my friend Richard, see if he knows why there might be a problem. The problem's not in the receiver. The receiver on this is working as well as an Audioline stroke UD10 can work. Not brilliant, not terrible either. Hello, Jason. Yeah, good evening, sir. Yeah, not terrible, but not brilliant either. You know, mediocre. We've got the test set warming up. I've only just turned the instrument on, so, you know, we've got that warming up. Hello, Clarence. And what we're going to do, we're going to look at try and find out why. It's got to be something. It's got to be something I'm overlooking. I've peaked it as much as I can, and I've got it to, I think, about 600 milliwatts. 600 and something milliwatts, I think it is, something around that. But that's not right, because it should be about 4 watts. The high-low power switch is not faulty, that's working. Because when you press the switch, it drops to 400 milliwatts, which it's supposed to do. You know, 0.4 of a watt, which is what it's supposed to do. When you press the switch in, it goes up to about 600 milliwatts, 0.6 of a watt. So it is changing. So I don't think it's the high-low power. Getting ready for American Thanksgiving. Lovely. I hope you all have a good time. We're getting ready for World War III. Yeah, 4 of your B-52 bombers flew over here a few days ago. I think it was 4 of them. I forget where they fucking landed. But there's 4 of your American B-52s over here. Is it Fresden or somewhere? Can't fucking remember. Can't pronounce the name of it. Fucking Fresden or something fucking that. I don't know. Now I snapped one of the aerials off my fucking radio mic receiver. Oh, that's not my radio mic receiver. No, it's there. Anyway, that's my bloody camera unit. Shows I'm losing it. Andy, something will be posted to you tomorrow. I hope you will like it, what I'm sending you, and enjoy my friend. Thank you very much. I'm sure I shall. Thank you very much, Jason. So, what else have we got coming up on the channel? I know the bench is a bit clogged because I've got stuff there for the disco console. I've nowhere to put it, guys. Nowhere whatsoever to put it. So we're just going to leave it there, unfortunately. My 2 amplifiers and my transformer. Going to leave them there for a minute. For now, anyway. But yeah, another thing we're going to do, because you didn't really see me do the one on the CB home base, on the homemade home base. What we're going to do, another mid-band conversion. Using the microchips. Using the microchips mid-band board from Graham, and we're going to show the steps to do that. We're going to show how easy it is to do it, and we're gonna do. We're gonna take you through it. But what radio is it going into? We don't know yet. We might put it into one of the Fidelity 2000s because I've got two of them. So we might fit it into one of those. I'm not putting it in my Rotel because I want to keep that original because it's a pretty valuable radio. The Fidelity, probably just as valuable, but I think we're going to use the Fidelity for it. Hang on. Oh. Good evening, Malcolm. We'll get you all set up on that other machine in a minute. What I'm gonna do, guys. Right, so there's pointless tuning that radio because we've tuned it and we've peaked it, and every single coil is doing something. Every transformer is doing something. When I move it on, when I adjust every transformer, the meter on the test set does something. So I don't know why we're not getting the right amount of power on the output. We've got 13.8 volts or whatever it is. We've got the voltage getting to the transistors. I mean, everything's getting through. Something somewhere stopping it. There's a bottleneck somewhere. And I'm just not sure, but whatever it is, guys, it ain't a lot. I mean, when I first got that radio, we were getting no transmit at all from it. I've replaced a few capacitors and done a retune, and we're now getting transmit, but we're not getting it as we should be. And I don't want to scrap this radio because they still retail for quite some decent money, so it's still a valuable radio, really. It's not as good as the Cybernet range, but then again, I don't think anything is really. You know, I think the Cybernets are about the best that you could get. By the way, we've got another Harrier coming in. The Harrier CB, we've got another one of them. And it'll just work. I mean, it's a 134 board. Why won't it just work? They always do. But that being said, it was very cheap. There's no mic or power lead, just the radio, untested, for parts as is, where is, how is, whatever. It's just for spares. But it's got a nice, it looks like the cases look okay. And the front looks okay. So, if in the worst case, then I can swap the front and put it on my put it on my good one, because I've got a nice Harrier with a good front on it, with a bad front on it. So we could always swap the front. I had one of them Harrier CBs when they first came out years ago, back in 1982 when they first started making them. I had one, an early one, and I got it in a deal. I did a deal with it with another guy, and it was a mint. It was absolutely mint, guys. There was not a mark on it. I swapped him. I gave him a Maxcom 16 Apollo E for it. There was a bit of a catch. He thought the radio was faulty. He thought it had an outgoing audio fault, but it didn't. It was the microphone. So I just went to my local CB radio shop, which was SM Services. It was a bus ride away on Princess Parkway. I went to there and I bought an insert off, don't think I bought it, I think he gave it me. I went in to see Zaf. Zaf tested the mic. He said, yeah, the mic's knackered. I said, can you do us an insert for it? So he said, yeah. And he gave me an insert. I used to have a cup of coffee every time I went. He used to say to his secretary, You know, the girl that works in the shop used to say, well, go on, love, make me and Andy a cup of tea and bring the biscuits with you. And she used to come back with a tray with the cups on, the coffee, the sugar bowl, so we put our own sugar in, and she only put the milk in because she knew we both had milk in it. And she'd have a packet of bickies on the tray as well. Lovely service. I don't know whether everybody got that treatment, but I certainly did. You know, I liked him. He was an Asian fella. I liked him. He was really, really good. And he was clever. I went in one day. We're just having a quick chat before we get going because we're early. Anyway, just looking at the time. You go make yourself a coffee, Jason. We should be back into it by the time you get back. No worries, my friend. Anyway, I used to go in with my telly faults. If I had a fault on the telly I couldn't find, I used to go in and I used to tell him what the fault was, and he'd say, "Hang on there a minute," and he'd go down. He'd go in the back and call down the cellar or whatever, and he'd come back with the manual. He'd come back with the manual for the set, and he'd say, right, and he'd go, you know, if the fault was in the power supply, he'd open the power supply section, and he'd go through the power supply, and he'd say, right, well, you need one of them, one of them, one of them, one of them. I'd say, have you got them? He'd say, no. So he used to say, you know, I'll pick them up for you, and I'll get them for you when I go. He said, when I go to my distributors, I go to Wizard, I'll get them for you, and give us the money when you come in to collect them. I'll let you know when they're here. He said, you know, he used to say, come in and collect them, and pay me when you collect them, and that's how he did it. He was a lovely fella, and you know, he was very, very good, very good. He didn't just fuck about, guys. He knew what he was doing. Yeah. But then again, so do most people who I know. You know, a lot of people who I know. I mean, the two smartest ones I know at the moment has got to be Microchips and Steve. I mean, they are two very, very, very clever cookies. Very clever. Two very clever guys. And it helps to have people on your side, you know, that are clever and do know more than what you do. And, you know, it helps. You know, and you can help them out as well. You never know. There might be something that they don't know, which I doubt. But there might be something they don't know, and you might be able to help them out. Like doing CBs, you know, if Microchips needs something that he hasn't got and I've got it, then he's welcome to it, you know, that kind of thing. And same with the radios with Steve, tape recorders and stuff. If I've got something and Steve needs it, he gets it. It's all about helping each other, guys. You know. Yeah, it's all about helping each other. Anyway, it's 1 minute past the hour, thereabouts. So let us move down. And there we go. There's the Uniden stroke audio line. 341, I think it's I think they're a Uniden 400, these, aren't they? I think they're a Uniden 400. They're either a 400 or a fucking 200. Something fucking daft like that. I think they're a 400. Right, so let me get you guys all up here. Do 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 Do. Get you guys in the shack. Right. Let's get the test meter. The remote control to change the cameras. Don't know where the remote control is. The zoomer inner. Don't know where the zoomer inner is. It's here somewhere. Right, I'm going to try and move a bit of this stuff so we've got a bit of room. I can't know where to put it. I'll put it there for now. Because a lot of it belongs in that top drawer. And I can't shut that because there's a load of stuff in the way. Can put them back in there. I can't even open that because of my fat fucking gut. There we go. There we go. Right. Unplug that. Put that there for a minute. Unplug that. Oh, I don't want to pull the wire out. There we go. Unplug that side. Right, what I could do, and I've actually had the thought, guys, because I've got this rusty old metal here, I might get rid of that because I've just had the thought. I've got this here, nice clean sheet of metal, might fucking use that. Because the stuff I've got will fit on it, no problem. Now if I lift this up by the transformer, oh, and I've just found the zoomer inner. Right, now I can move this out of the way. Oh. There you go. Yeah, I think I'll be able to get my mate Mick to lock the ends off that. And I'll be able to use that and it'll be a nice clean piece of metal. Like the rest of the units. Yeah. Put that there. And put that one there. There we go. Now we've got a bit more room now, haven't we, guys? We've got a bit more room now where we can fuck about, put the pipe dogs away. We don't need the pipe dogs. And the test set's timed out. Let's just hit a key. Anything will do. There we go. Right, where's my glasses? Left them over there. There we go. Now, right, let's see. There we go. Now, 6 people watching. Hello, Paul. Nice to see you in, mate. Oh, the one with mid-block, the mid-band one. That was the Uni Ace 400. Right. Well, this must be a 200 or a... I think the 300 was the home base, wasn't it? Did you got one of them? Right, so... If I go to... Camera... Go to camera 2. Right. I take it you can all see the meter. That's the power meter. So we're in high power at the moment. And that's 548. It's dropping a little bit, but yeah, that's milliwatts, guys. That's not watts. That's milliwatts. That's 522 milliwatts. Now, if I press the low power button, oh no, that's high power. Yeah, that's high power, and that's 659 milliwatts, just under 660 milliwatts. Now we come down, and I'm pressing the button actually, guys. I don't think the button's the problem. But you never know, you know. You never know, guys, because I'm jiggling that. And look at that, I'm only jiggling the button. And the meters are all over the place. Right. Anyway, that's the issue we've got. So if we disconnect it from the power and from the test set, I'll come back to you guys here, back to camera 3. Just unplug that from the test set for a minute. Turn it off. And we'll unplug the power. Because they're always best, these, to have all the leads out of them. And what we can do, we can check. We can look at all this. See, I don't know, you see. I'm pretty sure that a dry joint there. If it is, it's in the power supply, so no. Right, well, I think the fault, I thought the fault was on this chip here, but I don't think it is. It could be, but I don't think it is. See, we've got the transistor here, the FM. We've got the transmitter transistor. I don't think that'll be it either. That's the first transmitter. That's the first stage. I don't think that will be it. Somebody said, I watched a video of somebody saying that that's probably it, but I don't think it'll be that. It's possible, but I don't think it will be. I think I've had it out and tested it. Oh no, maybe not. Let's have a look. Oh, maybe not. Can't remember if I've had this out and tested this transistor. Move that capacitor off there a minute. Right, well, there's your. Hang on. I'm just looking. Right, that's the transformer there. That's the transformer. And just ahead of it there. I think our transistor is the transistor, I think, is here. I'm just looking. I could be wrong. But This is the one we want to look at. But it's... That won't be it there. And that's it there. Move that capacitor. It's here. Yeah, that's it there. Yeah. Yeah, that's it there, because it's... So what we'll do, we'll test that with here. We're not going to pull it out and test it. I think we can just get to it there actually. And test it on dial, test on the meter. But I think that transistor's okay. The reason why I say that is because some's getting through. Some transmit's getting through, so... So we can get to it there. It could be leaky. I don't think it is. No. No. It could be, but I don't think it is. So we'll do. I don't think it's that. But what we'll do is now we'll stop dropping our meter everywhere. Now let's put this. Right, I'm going to use the desolving vacuum pump. I've got it, I may as well use it. Where's the doofer, the rammer, the sticker upper? Might be already cleaned this one last time I used it. Yeah, look at that. Don't go any further than that. So we'll let this warm up. And we'll take this transistor out and test it. Ouch! Right. So I can't lift that up with that there, I don't think. Might be able to. Yeah, Merry Christmas to everybody, by the way. It's Getting that way now, isn't it? People are starting to think about Christmas. Goodwill to all men and all that fucking shit. So the transistor is there. It's right in front of that can. And the can I hate when you're looking for stuff. Especially stuff that's buried in the middle of other parts. Oops. Put that there for a minute. There's the can. And the transistor. So getting this off is not a problem. You know, vibrates on top of that power supply, doesn't it? Jesus. You get some sort of damping on the top of that, guys. Didn't think it was going to vibrate that much. Right. So it's that one. That one. It should be them three. Unless, of course, I've got the right one, haven't I? Fucking hate you when you do this. There we go. It's one of these. Not sure. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just take and put it that way and melt the fucking side. That's loose now. Two of the pins out at least. It's this fucker here. Well, that basically came out. And then that one there. Now that basically pushed out, then I soldered to come back in. And that should. There you go. Right. Let's put that back in there. That's fucking noisy, that. To put some damping under that. There you go. Let's get the pliers, if we can find them, and lift this transistor out. We can test him. There you go. I don't think it's that, but we'll test him. Test him anyway. I don't think it'll like that way down. That way it won't ping off the fucking desk. I don't think it's that. I don't think that's the problem. And it's pinged off. Come on, you. Where have you gone? Shit. Oh, you fucker. Doesn't help I have that fucking string in my hand coming out of the drawer. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's down here somewhere. Oh, there it is. I can see it. I can fucking see it, luckily. Got it. Right, well, I don't think it'll be this. Right, so... Oh, could be. Hey, it could be, guys. Hey, it could be. No. No, it's not. No, it ain't, bastard. No. Check the other leg. No. Just move that forward a bit so I can get hold of it. Yeah, this is how we used to do it, guys, before we had transistor checkers. That's not right. No reading there. Wonder if it's open. Let's check this side. Wonder if we're open there. Nothing there. Wonder if that pin's open. Right. Nothing there. Nothing there. But there is on that side. I think it is. Yeah. So we get the reading there. But we're not getting the reading there. Right. Right, which ones? Let's actually get the transistor checker. I don't think it's fucked, to be honest, but we'll try it anyway. This should be the transistor checker. Well, it would be if it was in the box. The transistor checker isn't even in there. So it must be on here somewhere. Or on there. Oh, where is it? There it is. There we go. This will tell us whether it's any good. Oh, the fucking battery's gone. Shit. Fucking battery's dead. Put a new battery in. That's all the trouble with these. The battery, they eat batteries. So the trouble with these testers, they're good testers. They fucking love batteries. They fucking consume batteries. They love batteries. Get this one open. I did the batteries in the capacitor testers last week because they were dead. And I don't like, the only thing I don't like about these is the fact that you have to unscrew them every time you put a new battery in them. You'd have thought that they'd put a compartment on, because these holes are beginning to wear. Put that there for a minute. Take the battery out. Put that there. Where's the new one? Put that old one in the bin. Put the new one in. I got a pack of these off Jay the other week. From over at Jay's Vintage Junk. Make sure we're on. Yeah, we're working. There you go. Yeah, the problem with these is there we go. Let's put this back on. And see if we get a reading of any sort. To be honest, I don't think the transistor checker, to be honest, I don't think the transistor's fucked. I don't think you'd get any drive. NPN bipolar transistor. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that transistor. I didn't think there was. So let's clean up around it. Turn this fucking thing off because it's too noisy. Alright, let's clean up around this transistor. I don't think I need to. Let's have a look through. I don't need to, I can see the holes. We're good. Straighten them out. get my pliers because I've got big fat fingers. I'll never get that in. So we know it's not the transistor. And I think that's a bit... There we go. Squeeze this so it's all straight. Make sure it goes in through the back. If it goes in through the back, it will go in through the front. Perfect. Right. There you go. Get that straight. Squeeze it to fairly tight. And there you go. That's it. It's in. Yeah, it's correct. And I did desolder a couple of other things as well. So sometimes happens. There we go. Do. So we know it's not that. But it's weird. So all we do is just that's fucking hanging out, whatever that is. Right. Yeah. Not coming through enough. The transistor is. That. Yeah. Get here, you. Right. Right, let's just go over this. Well, that there doesn't look very good. Better. Yeah. Sorted. I think that's right. That's coming down to there. Happy with that there now. So I have to hold it at an angle where I can see it. That's okay. That's okay. Right. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's do that one there. That's it. Right. Make sure it's not loose. Because to be honest, the print around is not that good. No, it's good. I don't think changing that will make any difference, but I was taught after an old guy that knew me dad told me after every fault attempt, check it, because you never know. Always check it. Right, well, we're lit up anyway. Right, so get the machine back. Well, we're going into transmit. But we're not getting anything on here. Well, we're getting fuck all on there, guys. What have I missed? Oh. Well, it hasn't fixed our problem anyway. So, use this. Now, have a look. Oh, we've got everything soldered up. I'm just checking to put it back in the right way around. I have, obviously. Yeah. Make sure nothing else has come adrift. Right, so I think we've put it in the, we're in the right way, obviously. I wonder if we're, I did say something didn't feel right, didn't I? So which is that. That's in. Fucking hell was that there? That's in. That's in. That's in. Yeah. I did say I don't think that went down far enough, but it must have done. Ooh. It's in. Put a bit more on here. There we go. Yeah. Having that in there. It's in. Yeah. I don't know, guys. A bit gnarled up around there, but it was gnarled up before I got to it, so. Where's my plug? That you? Yeah, keep got the plate back on there. Right, do the coffee. Right, so we are still lighting up. Now we get our transmit. Yeah. But this time we're higher, guys. This time we're higher. This time we're at 800. Yeah. So we're higher. We're doing more than what we were doing before. So what we'll do, well, that's coming down. That's coming down. 800 milliwatts now. Right, let's put you back on the test set. So we're doing more now, guys. There we go. Let's get the other tool. We'll start down here. That one's peaked. $8.20. Go back onto this one. Into this one. And this one. I'm going to wind that all the way down. Whoa. Oh, that's 95 milliwatts. Let's come all the way up. Let's start going back down. Tune this one. Alright. That's. I don't think the VCO will make any difference. There we go. Let's set this back to where it should be. Not like that. What? What? Right. Let me cool down for a minute. So we're up there now. Let's screw this one down. Now let's bring this down and see if it comes back up again. There we go. Yeah, that's down 91. That's all the way to leave that one there for a minute. Let's try this. Right, so that's definitely right. So we need to turn this one back up.
Yeah, Andy.
Now put it on here, Christine. Put it on there. Yeah. Passes me wallet. Why are you not coming back over tonight? It's over there. Sniff up, you'll find it. What's 20 quid on me gas? Oh. Right. Yes, I know, you don't need to tell me. Right, so bring this back up. Right, we're getting there, guys. $8.04. I'm going to wind this one up. Alright. That's just, and then we've got, let's go back to that. What's these? Wind that down. That's all the way down to the bottom. something that's... It's still got something wrong somewhere, guys. Bring that back up here. That's winding back up lovely. Alright. And that one just tunes down, it doesn't go any further than that. They cool down. So that one there's receive. These are all receive. And we've been round everything now. So we've still got the problem. But well, I don't think these coils have got to do with it. No. No, it has nothing to do with them. They've never been messed with. Right. Hang on. So we can only get as much. We can't get any more. So, until we can find some information on it, well, somebody's had the same fault as me. Hello, Ridley. Just spotted you there, mate. No worries. View the Ace 100. Is the Audioline P? It's not. It's not the Uni Ace 100, there's a small Uniden, it just has volume and squelch on it. No, it's not. You're wrong there, mate. It's definitely not. I think it's the 200. It's definitely not the 100. Because the 100 only has 2 knobs and 2 buttons. I think it's a 200, I'm not sure. I'll find out later anyway, but it's definitely not a 100. I've had enough of them to know that. Anyway. So basically, guys, we're sort of stuck. Let me just check the VCO one again. Because that dropped off there, didn't it? And then went back up when I keyed it again. So I wonder if, I don't think it'll be that, but... No. It's all the way down. Could be that. I mean, that's... Where's my other... What do you call it? Me metal twiddler. Well, not my metal one. It's got a little bit of aluminium in it. It tends to do this one better. Let's screw this up. Right. Well, that shouldn't be that far up anyway. So it's probably right where we had it. So we'll wind that back down. It's a bit tighter this one, so we use the tool with the aluminium piece in it. Oh, I'll say that's right for now. But we're only getting 704. Let's let it cool down for a minute. Hello. Hello. Oh, said hello to Paul, didn't I? So we're getting there. Just not getting where we need to be. So have we got a bad? I don't know. The output's working. And we can tune the low power. low power's there. Bit fucking finicky. It's a bit finicky, but it does move. There we go. 403 millivolts, milliamps, milliwatts. Now if I press this, goes right up to 7 milliwatts. So the high-low power switch is definitely working. Bit rough, but it's definitely working. That's high power. That's low power. Oh, weird. So we've got something still not right. But bloody hell, what the hell is it? I'll tell you what, guys. It can fucking get to you, can't it? It can make your teeth ache, can't it? It can definitely make your teeth ache. See, we're at 8.5 something there now. We're coming down, obviously, because we've definitely got something not right. Let's see if we're on frequency. I mean, you can't adjust the frequency on this. That's the other thing I don't like about Unidens. Right, press that one. Where is it? We want count. Count. 27,79105. Yeah, it's a bit low. Let's check the deviation. Radio. 2.7. Hello. Yeah. Oh well, there we go. You see, guys. You see, what you do, you just chip at it every now and again, guys. Just chip at it. Just chip away at it. Let's go back to camera 5 and we'll chat. Let's just turn the instrument off because I'm finished with it for tonight. Because I tend to find, guys, and we are putting 13.8 volts into it, by the way. I tend to find that if you fuck about too long, you start making mistakes. And when you start making mistakes, that's when things start happening. So we'll come back up to here. Yeah. I've got a message. Yeah, so we've got we've got some B-52s over here now. Yeah. I'll tell you what, to request them, the British have got to be quaking in their boots, haven't they? I hope that Prime Minister's really shitting himself. Because I can't fucking stand him. I hope he's a bag of fucking nerves. I really do. That Keir Starmer, I hope he's fucking really suffering. I hope it's keeping him awake at night. If you do that kind of job, you do the shit, take the shit that comes with it. But that's where we're up to, guys. We're, you know, I can't really determine. Right. See what a Uniden 200 is. That's definitely not the opposite of a Uniden 100. Definitely not Uniden 200. Yeah, the Uniden 200 is the equivalent of that. I'm just trying to find. Yeah, Uniden 200, Uniden Audioline 341. I knew I was fucking right. Yeah. Yeah, this is 200. I've just downloaded some of there. What have I downloaded? I hope it's something relating to the fucking somewhere approaching the. Oh, it is. It's the circuit. Oh, well, how about that, guys? We've just got the circuit for it. Now, if I can click this here, get rid of that toolbar. Now where we want to look, that's our PLL up this end. I'm going to have to. What's that transistor? It might not tell me. No, it just tells me the number. It doesn't tell me the number. But we're on this side anyway, so let me just have a look at the circuit. So I need to go right to the back here. And up here, it's usually at the top. 13.8 volts in, TX 8.6 volts. I need to look. We'll probably have that. That 8.6 volts will probably be there because it is transmitting. So we're probably going to have that. 13 volts. Well, there's a high-low power there. Let's have a look at that because that's a bit crappy, the switch in it. But I don't think that's causing us a problem. In TX mode, BCE. Right. So it should be. So TR9. Let's find TR9. So we need to look at the circuit board. TR9, that's the one I've just had out. TR9. TR9. Right, TR9. If we can find it again. Get off, you cunt. Fucking advert. Rubbish. So in TX mode, TR9, it should be B. On the base, it should be. On the base, it should be 1.0 volts. It should be 12.5 volts on the collector, and on the emitter there should be 0.09 volts. That's what it should be on the transmitter for that. That's what it should be on the. That's what it should be for that transistor TR9. So it should be 1.0, 12 volts, but I bet it's all there because the fucking thing's transmitting. And there's your pre-driver, which is TR9. It's your pre-driver. And there's your emitter. And I think that shit, and it goes into that transformer there. It goes into L13. It goes into L13. Yeah, it goes into L13. Which that's your high low power switch. That goes into that goes to a tap. The high low power switch goes to a tap. It goes through resistor through R95, which is a 10 ohm, into L13 on the set the tapped off L13. The high low power. There's your low power adjuster there, VR4. I'm gonna have to come and show you this. So let's bring this up onto the screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Right, so we need to find out. That ain't it. That ain't it. So what we'll do, we'll change that. Give me a minute, guys. What we'll do, we'll put it on this one. So what we'll do, we'll get rid of that. That. Now we'll be back in a minute, guys. I'm just gonna bring you up onto that window. Right. Hello, Mark. Window capture. Okay. Well, that didn't do fucking much, did it? Right. Supposed to bring the circuit up, and it didn't bring anything. Let's go again. Window capture, yeah. There you go. That's the what we want. There you go, guys. Now, I take it you can all see that. Is everybody watching? Good. Right, this is the transistor we had out, which is TX9, which is TR9, and TR9 is around here, so it's here. It's your pre-driver. I can't highlight it, but it's here, guys. And you've got TP2 next to it. So what we should do, we should find, there's our low power I was talking about before. We go to the end. See, there's our 13.8 volts coming in. This is our 13.8 volts coming in. It comes to our high-low power switch. And this is showing it in low power, I think it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, this is showing it in low power. Press that, come out to that. Connect them to there, that'll be high power. And there's your 2S 2029, which is your final. There's your pre-driver there. So, oh sorry, that's your driver. There's your pre-drivers. So 2SC 2028 is your driver. There's your final, and that one there's your pre-driver. TR9 is your pre-driver. So really, there's not really much. There's not really much it can be. What we need to do is go back to the camera, so on that transistor we want 1.0, 12 volts and a 9. So we'll call it 1, 12 and 0.9, not 9 volts, 0.9. So it's 1.0, 12 and, yeah, I should really write it down, but we can always come back to it. Right, because I've got a stupid memory. Yeah, the signatures are climbing up there, aren't they, guys? Right, so let's go back to here. And what we can do, we'll go back to camera 3. We won't need the test set for this. We'll just need, oh shit. We'll just need to power it on. I just kicked my BSI. I'm going to have to move that. No, we just need, put the power supply on. We're on. Put the meter on. Now, it's just, oh, it needs to be in TX, doesn't it? It needs to be in TX. So we're going to have to use one of these plugs here as a ground to get a good ground, chassis ground. So we'll use that one. No, we won't, it'll fall out of that. We use that one for the chassis ground. Oh, it's fell out of that one actually. Oops. Right. Right, so let's just see. So we want to look at TR9, which is this one here. Well, we've got 13 volts there. So let's turn it the other way up. I can't fucking read it that way. Make it more difficult for me to see it that way. None of these fucking plugs. I'll tell you what I could do, guys. Right. Shove that there. Get in. Right. Right, so there, I can see the transistor there, you see. Drummers holding that. Checking the transistor and keying the fucking mic is two different there. Right, so fucking light's dimming. Just turn this set on so I can see what's happening. Right, so that's not right. 10 volts there, should be 12. Well, it is actually. Just move that transistor a bit further forward. I can't fucking see it. Right. $13 there. 1.2 there. Yeah. And there should be 9 point something there. And there's not. So we're not getting that there. We're getting that. That'll be the 9. Yeah, we're getting that. .2. And then the middle one. Is 13. Should we see what we're getting on our pre-driver? 14 millivolts. Let's turn it over. You can get to it easier here. .17 millivolts. This one here should be 13. Should have 13 on it. No, it's got 19. 12. And that one's got 14.14 millivolts. Jumps about a bit though. Now the final. There's 0.45 millivolts there. Going to this one here, we should have, that's got the main voltage on, 13. It's 13.25 in receive, drops to 12.9 on transmit. So when we go on there, it's actually dropping off. It's okay. Wonder if it is this fucking. That got a dry joint on that pin. I haven't got a dry joint there. There you go. That made no difference. No. Yeah, we've got something not right somewhere, guys. Something somewhere is not right. Look at that middle button doors tone. That one's CBPA. Well, the high-low power switch is working. It ain't that. Weird. I think I've dropped one of my tools. I had something drop on the floor before. I think I dropped one of my tools. Yeah, I thought I did. Oh. Yeah. Right, guys. I think I have to do a bit more reading of the circuit. I mean, there's been some work done. Mind you, I did some round here, changing capacitors. So we're getting the 13.8 volts. We're getting that up to the TX. So the TX voltages are there. I've just moved it off the channel. There. Right, so the TX voltages are there. Has that been chopped through there? Mm. The fucking hell was that just fell off there? Someone just dropped off the side. It's a drawer or screwdriver. Alright. So I wanted to look at this here, didn't I? No, it's not that. I thought somebody had cut through that, they haven't. Well, when I touch that there now, guys, I touch that and getting 1 watt. Yeah, we're getting 1 watt there, guys, when I touch that. So what's... Got 1 watt there when I touch that. So we're on 9, yeah. When I touch that there, so touch it there. So it could be. Try that. No. So let's have a look at what's behind there. And it's right against the heatsink, right against the chassis. So let's have a look. Just pull this fucking stuff out. When I touch that there, it goes up to a watt. So what's there? A couple of capacitors. Wonder if that's the problem. Let's get this. Move that. There's a diode there. the diode there, so when I touch that I'm getting a watt out of it. The diode, I suspect, is that fucker there, right next to that can. I think it's that one. We'll check that. I don't think that diode's the issue. Could be, but I don't think so. Don't think it is. If anything, I'm touching it here. Put this. I wonder if it's them two. I wonder if it's to do with these capacitors down here. I haven't got any capacitors on the bench. See if I find one now. Right. Let's turn it back on. Yeah, let's. Right. Oh, hang on. So if I touch that there, now I follow that up here. So if I follow that, see if we can find a capacitor. I've got some here, I don't know whether they're the right value. Just to now if I put that on there, if I just tack that onto there, turn this on. Right, we're at 1 watt now, guys. We'll tack that one onto there. Let's get a bit of solder. We'll solder him to there for a second. There you go. Right. Right, we're at 1.2 watts. Right, so we've got a problem around here somewhere. Now let's see if we can tune it. See if we can tune it. Let's just get something to put under there to stop that shorting down. There you go. .2. Now we'll see if we can bring it up. .8. I've done that one. 1.5. We need to look. So it's transmitting. You want to do winding these down, not wind them up and then back down again. Oh, that wouldn't be that far up. Right, that's all we can get out of it. Just have a look at the VCO. That. Right. Now this one. So basically, guys, I think I can't find the other tool. Yes. What we'll do, we'll try. Let's turn it down. So, let's have a look at this one. We're starting to warm up at the output now anyway. So I think it's down here, guys. It's either that transformer, which I don't think it is, or it's the capacitors behind it. turn it down. Bring that back up. Keep that straight. So we've got 1.2 watts out of it now. And 1.22 out of it. What about low power? Yeah, we can adjust low power and bring that down to where it should be. That's it, that'll do us. It's our low power. And that's actually a watt now, guys. 1.27 we're getting out of it now. So, let's get another capacitor. See, the nice thing about these is they have nice long legs on them, so you can actually hold them away. If I go on to there and go to there, so me, where has it gone off? Right, so 1.3 we're at now. So if I solder that to there, and then solder it to there, just tacked on there, guys. .66 watts now, guys. Yeah, we're up to 2.66. It's these fucking capacitors down here, it's gotta be. Yeah, because we're up to, if I just could put you on the display, just to show I'm not bullshitting. We've got them two capacitors there stood up. Hey, Twisted. Good evening, my friend. I think it's around here. The fault's, I think it's these capacitors down here. Just trying to find the fucking remote for the camera. There it is. But just put you on here, guys, just to show I'm not bullshitting. There. Can you all see that meter? Let me know if you can't see that meter, because if you can't, I'll book you an appointment for fucking Specsavers. Right. Now watch this. It always seems to show 1 milliwatt at the bottom for some daft reason. Now watch this. There you go. just over 2 watts. And let's just see what frequency we're on. Because putting them there could have skewed the frequency. So let's go to count. Right, the frequency will come up there, guys. 27,79104. It's the same. We've got 2.69 watts. So, how about that, hey guys? I'm going to call it a night for now. I'm going to turn everything off because I think a break, turn the iron off, I think a break from it and a bit of a think, I think might improve things. So we've definitely got a problem around this side here. We'll just come back to camera 3. I've just broken wind. Right. We've definitely got a fault around here where I've put these 2 caps in. These are not the right value. I need to find out what value should be there and replace them. But turn the meter off. There we go. But that's what we used to do in the old days, guys. If we didn't know where the fault was, if we had an idea, if we had an idea where the fault was, but weren't completely sure, what we'd do, as long as it wasn't too high voltage, we'd dab our finger and see if there was any change. Yeah, good evening, Ray. Yeah, we're all living the dream at the moment, aren't we? Until the fucking people that govern us decide that we can't live it, and we're gonna start having fucking bombs raining down on us. Anyway, so there we are, guys. You know, I think what we need to do is have a quick look at the circuit. That ain't it. That's it. Right. So if we have a look at the circuit, guys. TR9. We should have 2 capacitors in parallel. We should have a diode. There should be a diode. Now I suspect the diode's okay. Let's move across here a bit further. I don't know what the diode should be. I've got a feeling it's this fucker here. D6. Let me have a look. See where D6 is in relationship. Get back over here, you bastard. Now let me see where D6 should be. Right, D6 is that one there. And there's TR9. And there's no other diodes around there, so that's D6. So I thought it was right. Right, so we want DR, see, it tells you what all the voltages on the transistors should be. Now I want TR9. There's low power. Well, that's low tone. TR5. Where the fuck's TR9 gone? Oh, hang on, it's up here. Here we are, TR9. And D6, there's high low power. There's D6. Well, there's TR9. Now let's find D6. D6 is here, and it goes into that transformer there. No, it doesn't, sorry, it comes off the ground plug, comes off the ground, and it goes into C71, which is 1 nanofarad. And the ones I'm interested in are these ones here, which are 10 nanofarad, and they're in, one's going up. It goes up to the low power switch, comes through that, it comes through there, comes down to this 10 ohm resistor, and into this into the center tap of this transformer. Now the other one is coming up, and it's going on this side of R10, or this side of R95, sorry, which is a 10 ohm, and it's coming in here to the center tap. So that's going up to there, that side of it, and that one's going up to that side of it, but it's also coming, it also goes to the driver. Yeah, it goes to the driver, comes through LC130, sorry, it comes through L12, which is LC130, which is an inductor, and that comes down into L12. Sorry, no, TR502 it comes down into. There ain't 502 transistors in the fucking thing. So how do you get from transistor 9 to TR502? Yeah. And then you've got TR501, which is your final. So I think the problem, this is the ground here, guys, and this is your low power, your first driver stage. Round here is your first driver stage of your transmitter. Now I think the fault, it's not transistor 9 because we've tested it. It's not TR502 because we've tested that, and we know it's not the final because we're now putting out power, and we tested it anyway. So I think it's going to be either C35, C36, or C37. But that being said, I've still not ruled out D6. Now what I want to do now, I want to have a look at that chip that we were talking about, which is right, this here, this is your TX circuit really, this here. TA7310, which is IC3, which is this one. It could even be this. It could even be this that's faulty. That's your lock detector there, that diode. That D6 is your lock detector, I think. Right. I wonder if it could be this chip. I don't know. I don't think so. But it's possible. Because this chip, pin 9 of this, because this is in your transmitter. TA7310, TA7310. See what it actually is. See if it tells you. We'll find out what it actually is. TA. TA. I've looked this chip up before. I've looked this up before. It's TA7310. Make sure we're on the right one. TA7310. Yeah, the one I'm looking at there's got a P at the back of it. That won't matter because we can just remove the P. Our chip doesn't have a P. Right. Right, technical. It's probably the same fucking chip anyway. Yeah, phase loop. Yeah, it's semiconductor description for phase looped frequencies synthesizer. I don't think it'll be that then, because we're transmitting, aren't we? So it won't be that, will it, guys? Yeah, it won't be that, will it? Because we're transmitting, and we're transmitting near enough on frequency. It's not out far enough. It's not out far enough to be concerned about. I mean, they're all out, to be honest. So we don't think it's that. So given that I replaced those two capacitors with whatever they are I've put on there, and that's gone up to 2 watts. I've got a feeling that we need to look at changing some of these discs, some of these disc capacitors. Maybe look at a couple of resistors around this region. It's around here, guys. It's around this small region. I don't know if you can see my mouse, but it's around this small region. If I look at the computer, I should be able to see whether you can see my mouse. No, I can't tell. No, I can't tell from here. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But I can't highlight it either. But if you look where TR9 is, where it says TR9 here, if you look at where TR9 actually is actually situated, all this along here, all this here, guys, is your transmitter. Pretty much this is your transmitter. All this along here. That diode is a 1S. 1555. But I don't think it's this chip, because it wouldn't. Because it is locking. See where the lock detector takes us. Follow that line. Probably straight to the PLL. There's the lock detector, and it's going straight in. It says there, LD. Yeah, lock detector, straight into pin 4 of the PLL. That's where that's going. And it tells us here what all the pins do. Pin 8 is RT, R-T, which is probably receive transmit, switch in. We follow the line from that. But we don't need to, do we? We don't need to concern ourselves with that, do we? You know, we don't need to. The problem's not at this side. The problem's not at that side. The problem. So our lock detector goes straight into pin 4. Yeah. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 lock detector. Yeah. And it's locking, isn't it, guys? It is locking, so it's not that. There's D6. So we can probably discount D6, can't we? Do you think we can eliminate D6 from our inquiries, guys? I think so. Because it's going into lock. When we key it up, it goes into lock. And it receives. So it is transmitting, and it's transmitting in lock. It's working. And it's doing 2 watts now. Just over 2 watts. So if I move this, and then we look at around, I think it's around this area here, guys. C35, 36, 37. I think it could be around there somewhere, possibly even C34, C123, around that sort of thing. I think it's around there. It's around this area here, guys. If I had 3 bollocks, I'd bet one of them. Yeah, I reckon it's. Let's come back to you guys. I reckon it's around there, guys. I don't know what you lads think, but your opinions are. I welcome your opinions, guys. Of course I do, and any suggestions. I'll certainly look at any suggestions because we're like Isaac Newton said, if I've learnt anything, I've learnt it by standing on the shoulders of giants. D6 also goes to TR9. It does, yes. Thank you, Malcolm. It does, mate. Yeah, you're absolutely right on that. It does, yeah. If we go back to the circuit, I might have actually missed that, but right. So yeah, it does, doesn't it? If I stop my mouse jumping about, there's D6. D6 goes to C71. No, D6 can't go to it. No, it can't. No, it can't go to. Oh, yeah, it does. Sorry, yeah. My mistake, Malcolm. It does. Yes, it does. My mistake. I accept my apology. It does. Yes, it does. It goes through R33, which is 10K, into. I get confused with these markings. I think that's the emitter. I think that's the emitter. I think that's the base. I think that's the collector. I don't know. Yeah, emitter, base. Yeah, the middle one's usually the collector. So yeah, the middle one's usually the collector. Collector's usually the middle pin. So we come from TP2, go through there, through R33 at 10K, and into D6. Yes, you are absolutely right, Malcolm. You are right. Yeah, and I missed that. I'll be honest, guys. I was too busy thinking about other things, mainly naked women, that I actually missed that. Would you believe it? I actually missed that, guys. I did. I miss that. Thanks for pointing it out. I mean, I would have spotted it on the closer examination of the circuit, closer examination of the circuit. I would have spotted it, but thanks for pointing it out early for me, Malcolm. Absolutely. You see, yeah, it does. So we could look. We know T9's good, and I've got a feeling that D7's good. D6, sorry. I've got a feeling D6 is okay. I mean, we could pull one leg. When we come back onto this, maybe I may do a video on it tomorrow afternoon. Because you know I don't come on. You know I don't come on Wednesdays. So we're either gonna be back on it tomorrow, or we're gonna be back on it Thursday. But we're live in the shack on Friday. Play with radio. So we're actually getting, so by putting them two capacitors in, I need to find, what I need to do is find a couple of capacitors the right value, replace those, but actually make sure that I am actually going across a capacitor. I think I am. And you know, I'm glad I came back onto this now, because we're getting somewhere with it, guys. You know, we're actually getting somewhere. I'm actually wondering, you know, what I would like to do is look at the inside of another one in case somebody's had some of the capacitors, you know, that go on the back of the board. There's one there, but what if somebody's taken a couple of them? You know, the decoupling capacitors off the back. What if somebody snaffled a couple of them fuckers? That would cause a problem. But that being said, how many have we got in watching anyway? Without me scooting back over there, can somebody just give me a quick idea? I don't think there's many, is there? I mean, I didn't announce last night I was coming on this channel tonight. And I should have announced it, but I didn't. But there again, if people don't find me on the other channel, then there's a good chance they're going to find me here. But I think we've made some progress tonight, guys. I think we've made some progress. If D6 is bad, it would stop TR9 from working, but my gut says cap 5. Cat 5 watching. Let's have a look at Cat 5. Let's have a look at Cat 5. I'll tell you what, you know, Cat 5. Cat 5. Cat 37. 38. Right. Where is Cat 5? I can't fucking see Cat 5. It will be there. Unless it's at the Cat 5. I don't know. Won't be in the receiver, will it? Cap 73. These are all high numbers up here. I'll spot it in a minute. Let's just have a quick gander. C18, Cat 5 is down in the receiver, I think, isn't it? C12. See, it doesn't tell you on the board where the capacitors are. There's C1, there's C1, C4, C6. It's got to be fucking somewhere near there, hasn't it? Because there's C4, C6, C8. C7, There's C5. There's C5 there. That's in the receiver. C5, that's the one you mean. That's in the receiver, that one, Malcolm. This one here. C5 at 10 UF, it's an electrolytic. C5 is an electrolytic at 10 microfarads. So I don't think it will, unless you've looked at the circuit wrong. I mean, it is possible I've done it myself. Right. So let's move back along here. D6. See, C5, it doesn't even connect to D6, does it? Does it? There's D7. Let's go back to C5. There's C5. Where's C5 end up? It comes down. I bet it goes into the audio output somewhere. It's in the RX line. Goes to the squelch preset. That end of it does. Where it ends up. But that being said, yeah, it also goes along there. We've got an 8-volt regulator here, 8 volts here. C5. It could be, but goes into the S meter, RF meter. That's the RF meter adjustment. And there should be one nearby for the signal meter. Because you can, I believe it is adjustable on these. That's the RF meter adjustment. There's the signal meter adjustment there. I don't think D5, I don't think the C5 would do it. Unless let's just see what it was saying. Not cap C5. Oh, 5 watching. Oh, cheers. Just shows you've done it. Oh, my gut, yeah, I'm with you now. My gut says caps. 5 watching, yeah. Fucking hell. Talk about having me chase my tail, guys, eh? What about that one for chasing your tail? Absolutely. Yeah. Right. No, I'm with you now, Malcolm. Yeah, because Cat 5 is in the receiver. It's an electrolytic, and there's a very good chance I've already changed it. Because I've done a few electrolytics in there. And what time are we on now? I never got an email off my friend Richard. I thought I would have done. Oh, I have, yeah, I have. He's replied to me. He's replied to me. Yeah, he's replied to me. Hello, Andy. Nice to hear from you. Always a pleasure, Richard. I call him Rick. Someone bollocked me one night. I left a comment on his channel and I called him Rick. I've always called him Rick. I spoke to him on the phone and called him Rick. And somebody said his name's Richard. Well, I know his name's Richard. You know, I call him Rick. He doesn't mind. If he did, he'd say. Not a bad output transistor replaced with a fake. No. Yeah, but that's what we used to do in the old days, guys. We used to, on as long as it. Well, I mean, we wouldn't do it with a television on a high voltage stage of a television. We wouldn't do that, or a valve radio even. But what we would do, unless it was in the low voltage stage, is what we would do. Things like low power battery things, low power mains items even. We'd dab our fingers in, touch the board with your fingers, and because your fingers can act as resistance or capacitance, and but you'll never short anything out with your fingers, you know. Or at least I've never heard of anybody shorting something out with their fingers. And that's what we used to do years ago. I used to, because I didn't have a test meter at one time. So, I used to have a bulb with a battery on, I used to have a bulb with a battery, and two crocodile clips, uh, for testing certain things. I mean, and so I used to use my fingers a lot, and then maybe just put older capacity. Shango does it today even. Shango 06066. He still does it today. I mean, yeah. So I think but now we're up to 2.5 watts. Well, just under 2.5 watts. 2.6 fucking watts, 2.26 watts or something. We're getting there, guys. I mean, what I need to do is find some capacitors for that value I'm not sure if I've got any. I'll have to have a look in my stock. I might be easier ordering them. Because if I order them, I know I've definitely got them. Replace those. But I think it's capacitors, to be honest. Because, you know, by putting them two capacitors in, we're now up to I could probably put another couple in and get it right up to 4 watts. But that doesn't get the job done. We can't leave. You can't do it that way. You have to do proper repair. Can't remember without looking at the circuits again. Does TR9 go to pin 4? Go to pin 4 where D6 goes to? Let's have a look. Well, we can have a look at the circuit, can't we, guys? Bring the circuit back up. There we go. Right, so we're coming off, I believe, which is the collector, through that test point. We're going through that through R33, and we're going to come across to D6. We don't go up to that transformer because there's no blob there. Where there's a pink blob, that's where we intersect, where we connect. Where there's no pink blob, there's no connection. So we come through, and we come to yes, and it also goes to D70 C71, which is 1 nanofarad. But I think I don't think it's D6, to be honest with you, Malcolm. I will whip it out tomorrow and check it. I'm not doing it now because I've turned everything off. But I will whip D6 out and check it. But I don't think it will be. I think it'll be okay. And it does go. It goes through that 10k resistor there, which is R33, and it goes. It actually does intersect here, so it's actually going into. So it's actually connecting with R32 and R34, which in turn goes into L14. Well, I think this is all working because L14 is working, guys, because these are your transmitters here. This is transmit, this is transmit. These are transmit. These are these are transmit here. All this here, what you see here, pretty much is transmit. And if we move further towards the end here, that's your low power adjuster there. This is all your transmitter. Yeah, this is all your transmitter. And at some point we should see the aerial socket. There we are. There's the aerial socket. Or some people call it the antenna socket. But I don't think it's anything to do with these capacitors along here. Because if it was anything, I don't think it's anything to do with any of this along here. Because if it was anything to do with any of this along here, then there's no way, there's no way we'd get, the power would go up. The power wouldn't go up if it was anything to do with it. So I think it stops here. I don't think it's anything to do with the final. I'm pretty sure the final's okay, because we're now making more power. The pre-driver is okay. The driver, TR502, is okay. I've tested them anyway. And I tested this in front of you. TR9. I tested in front of you, and we know TR9 is okay. So I think the problem is either going to be around here. I'm beginning to think it may not be these. I'm beginning to think it's either this. It could even be one of the capacitors inside the transformer. Because the transformer, let's see what Richard, this might be from Richard. Let's see what he's got to say. Oh, he sent me the manual. Yeah, he sent me the manual. Nice one. Oh, nice one. He sent it via Dropbox. So if I click on there, Dropbox, I should be able to download that. Accept all. Opening app. Opening browser. Continue. Save a copy. Download. Your file is being downloaded. Well, it was kind of him to send that, wasn't it? So, well, I'm not going to open it on the phone. But thank you very much, Richard. Yeah, he says here, the service manual attached says minimum acceptable is 3.4 watts. I've attached the full service manual via Dropbox because it's too big to send as an attachment. Yeah, he uses the manual for the realistic TRC 2000, which is the same radio. So it's the same radio. Just a different front, but it's basically the same radio. Because that manual covers both radios. Because I've had it off him before and I lost it. I won't bloody lose it again. If you're watching, Richard, I'll just send him a quick email to thank him. You see, I've known Richard for years. I've known him for a long time, long before the internet. Well, long before YouTube, anyway. Yeah, I sorted that because I can have a look at that probably tomorrow. But I mean, this circuit I'm looking at here, guys, it's dead easy to understand. It's easier than the circuit in the manual. But at least I can look at things in the manual now. I can look at both sides of the board and look at, I can really give it a good because it doesn't. This doesn't show you. This doesn't show you. This what I'm looking at here doesn't show you stuff that you get in the manual. Test point 2 next to TR9. Have you got the data for this test point? Yeah. It'd be the service manual. It'd be the main service manual, which I've just got. But if we go on to here, if we go to TR9, that's the collector there. So you should have in transmit. You should have 30. You should have 12 volts on that. Should be 12 volts on the collector, and there is 12 volts there. There's actually 13. So we are getting voltage on there. So that's doing its job. That, Malcolm, I believe that this is doing its job. I think it's either this capacitor here or this capacitor here. It could even be one of these capacitors that have been infiltrated into these transformers, because these transformers have got capacitors in them. And if you notice, they don't tell you what the values are. But it might in the main manual. Should we have a quick look at the main manual? Because now we've got it, we can have a look at it. Give me a minute, guys. I'll come back to you for a minute, so you're not looking into space. And we can have a good look. So if I minimize that, I think I downloaded it to me freaking. And what I might have to do, guys, download it onto my freaking phone, didn't I? That's because I'm a dopey bastard. So what we need to do is go back up here and re-download it to me bloody computer. It shouldn't be difficult. I've already done it once, so it can't be that hard. But you'd be surprised. Where is? It's got to be this top one here. There it is. So what we'll do, we'll download that. I won't sign into Dropbox. I might join it because you never know when you need it. Accept all. I only want to download the file. Don't tell me I've got. Don't tell me I've got to fucking sign in to download it. Didn't have to sign in on the other one. On the phone, I just downloaded it. Go down to the bottom of the page. But these realistic manuals are very good. Oh, hang on. No, let's go down to the bottom. See if it gives me the option to download. It did on the phone. But these manuals are very good. These realistic manuals are usually alright. Right. Wow. There's a lot. I'll go down to the bottom and nothing. I might have to sign up or log in to fucking get it. Or copy it from my phone and send it off. Come back up to. Okay, now. Fucking Christine. If you mention the washing machine, I shall probably kill you. I told you, if you mention that washing, I shall probably kill you. It'll be on before I go to bed. I said it'll be on before I go to bed. Bye. So if I click on there, download, there we go. Log in, no, just continue. Continue with download only. There we go, guys. We got it. So we'll close that. There we go. Realistic. Now this is the service manual for it. Tandy Corporation. Wow, that takes you back, doesn't it? Frequency chart, everything's in here. Alignment, location, everything's in here. Yeah, I've had this manual off him before, but I lost it. Zoom in a bit. That's better. See, there's the 2000 and TRC, two different radios. Two different radios in here. There's the frequency chart. Even tells you if you're using your, what do you call it, your logic probe. Yeah, that's. Yeah, there's your, what do you call it. See, it shows you TP2 here, but it doesn't show you T9. But it will at some point. TR9 rather. And this is the other board. They're pretty much the same. They are pretty much the same board. Right, so we'll scroll up here. Right, that's just the alignment. We don't need to do that. We know how to do the alignment. You know, we know how to align it. Yeah, there's that TA73110OP. 1100P rather. 10p, sorry. Yeah. There's your PLL there. There's your transistors. Right. And it shows you the markings. So the collector on some there's a, what do you call it here? DSG, that must be a MOSFET. Yeah, that must be a MOSFET, that one. So 2SK 919, 2SK19. That's a MOSFET because it's got a drainer source and a gate. So that's a MOSFET. And all the other transistors, there's collectors in the middle. The ECB, all of them. Or apart from that one, BCE. Yeah, which is your output. Yeah. Yeah, and these ones here, these little small black button ones as I call them. Yeah, ECB. Yeah. So the collector is in the middle. Right, and we're getting voltage at the collector. Right. Yeah, it tells you voltage, it gives you a voltage chart here. There's transistor 9, 1.1, 12.5 and 0.5. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, so we're pretty much, yeah, and yeah, there's your integrated circuits. I'll bring you onto the manual when I find something. Microphone jack, it's a 5-pin DIN mic on these. That's the only other difference. Board's the same other than that. There's the board. Now there's TR9. TR9, so ECB, yeah, that's right. Then we've got so where's D6? There's the low power adjuster. And D6, TP, D6, got to be around, there's R32. I'm looking on the board for D6. There's the two capacitors there. I suspect might be the issue, but I don't think it is. I think it might be this fucker here. And there's TP2. There's T9. And that's got to be TP2. There. Doesn't say it, but that must be it there. It'll show me on the circuit. There's the PLL. That's the front end. Main PC board bottom view. It's always nice to have the bottom view as well. See there's TP9. That's your PLL, that's the front of your board. There's your VCO. There's your first stage transmitter. There's your transmitters, got pots going up to there. There's your last transmitter. And there's your other transmitter there. All the rest are receive. TR2. Where's TR9? Am I looking on the wrong side of the board? No, I don't think I am. That could be. No, I'm not. I'm looking on the right side. There's your speaker. There's your jacks. I'll look at the other board. Guess I'm looking at the fucking wrong one. There's T9. Yeah, there's T9. It's around here, the fault. So we look at the back of the board. Main PC board, bottom view. This is the other board. So we'll look and see if we find T9. We probably will. It'll be here somewhere. TR12. It's over the other side. TR11. I want to find out what that MOSFET does. TR3. Might be TR9, yeah, that's TR9 there. Yeah, there's TR9. Yeah. Just where you want it there, just where you can see it there, just where that transformer is. That's TR9. Let's go down to the circuit. Volume squelch. Channels. Oh, volume squelch. RF gain, mic gain. There's your speaker. Your switches for high power in your PA. And there's only two wires going to your switch, to your high power. When you put it into low power, then you're disconnecting one of the wires. That's as simple as that. It tells us all our capacitor list and everything here. This is for the TRC 2000, and which one's the other one? The TRC 2000. There's a lot of fucking stuff in here. TRC 2001, I think that's the one that we're looking at. Only we're looking at it because it's a Uniden radio. But yeah, there's your transistors. TR7 not used, TR8 not used. There's that FET. TR2. TR2, let's see where TR2 is. Let's come back to our right, so it's TR2. Let's close that. There we go. And TR2. Let's find out where TR2 is and what it does. We can just, I mean, using this board. Let's just go back to you lot. Make sure you lot have got the circuit. There you go. Now, making sure that you lot can see what I can see. Right, so what we'll do, we'll go back to the beginning and we'll scroll down here and we'll look for T2, TR2, TR5, TR6, TR16. I want to know where TR2 is. TR12, TR11. I want to know what it does. TR2. Can't fucking find you. TR3. You got to be around here somewhere. Oh. TR6. We've seen that. TR13. TR9. TR2. TR2. TR2 I think is in the receiver, but TR2 is in the receiver and it's actually near L. It's near L3. It's right next to L3. There's TR1, there's TR2. It's the first mixer. It's being used. 2SK is the first mixer. So we know it's not that. So we can eliminate that straight away. There it is there. Source gate and drain. That's being used as they're using the 2SK19 as the first mixer. And we know it's all working, so you know we can eliminate that. And we can come back up to here. And I'm going to go in a minute because I need a slash. So we've got D. Where are we? D6. So here we go. So I think the problem is from D6 along there somewhere. It could be anything along here. It's not the final. It's not the final. It's not the driver. It's not the pre-driver because that's working. So it's got to be either a capacitor in the transformer or that capacitor there going to C9. Going to TR9. It could be that capacitor there. Or it could be that capacitor there. I don't think it's these two. Although it is possible. Anyway, guys, I'm going to shut this down because we're done with it for tonight. I'm going to come back up here. And there we go, guys. We've had a good bit of look in there, haven't we? And we've got the manual. We've got the manual which tells us everything what we'll do, we'll use the manual in conjunction with that easy to understand and easy to follow circuit. You know, we are getting there now. At least we you know, by putting them capacitor. And what I need to do is find out what value the capacitors should be that belong there, and put the right value in, and see if we get a problem. See if we get any change. I think it's down to them capacitors because I've put them in and we're already up to 2 watts, 2.5 watts. So, and Richard says that 3.5 watts. If he can get 3.5 watts out of it, basically, it's fault cured. Even though they're advertised as a 4-watt radio, they never are. Some of them you can get the full 4 watts. Some of them you just can't. But I'll tell you what, guys, we're getting a lot of use out of that test set, aren't we? Well, that was well worth the money, wasn't it? Because you can, you know, we can find things. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there because, to be perfectly honest with you, I need to go for a gypsies. I want to go for the gypsies, and I want to get me supper and settle down and relax for half an hour, then maybe an hour, then go to bed. That's the motive. I'm going to leave it there, guys and girls. Thank you very much for coming in. Join me tomorrow, and join me Thursday. If I know anything more about this, I'll do a video on it tomorrow and upload it for you. But if you've got any suggestions, if anything comes to mind, if you haven't watched the video by the time it ends and you watch it and something comes to mind, then by all means let me know. All your suggestions are welcome, guys. I'll leave it there. Thank you very much. I'll be back this way Thursday. Bye for now, guys and ladies. Like, share, subscribe. Buy me a coffee if you want to.